Palladium has taken the markets by surprise after recently reaching a record high. So, of course, I invited Chris Blasi, the president of Neptune Global and the creator of the PMC Ounce, to tell us a little more about this story. Hi, Chris. Thank you for coming on the show.
Great, Boz. Thank you for having me on again.
Absolutely. I mean, Palladium, this is crazy. It's even surpassed gold last week. Why is Palladium so special?
Well, that's what really got everyone's attention. Last week, Palladium hit $12.55 an ounce, surpassing gold. Now, it's backed off a little bit since then, but that doesn't take away at all from what this metal has been doing. I mean, since 2009, Palladium is up 630%. So this has been a tremendous bull market. What are the drivers? It's a metal a lot of people aren't familiar with. This is a metal that's used in catalytic converters in gas engines. Platinum is used in diesel engines. Platinum used to be in gas engines. Palladium took its market share. Now, not only is it an essential metal, but the big dynamic is that it comes from only two countries. Basically, 80% of all palladium comes out of Russia and South Africa. So those who really need this metal to put their products out, like the automobile manufacturers, are making sure that they have an inventory of this metal and are buying it up. So, the fundamentals that are supporting it are very strong, and I think this market still has some legs.
Why the price spike?
Concern, geopolitical. Actually, palladium, like silver, has been in deficit for the last several years. So the amount of palladium being consumed by industry is greater than what's coming out of the mines. So inventories are being burned down. And again, the fear is, unlike something like silver, where we had this supply-demand imbalance, but there's a comfort level because silver is available and mined in Canada and the U.S. and Mexico, friendly territories. Palladium is, again, basically coming out of Russia and South Africa. And South Africa is very unstable right now, and there's a big question about how much you can rely on their output, their production. And of course, with Russia, there's a host of geopolitical issues that threaten the supply of this metal.
Sure, but what does this mean for gold and silver? Well,
it's funny. So a little bit different for each metal. One thing we'll talk about is platinum. So, palladium is over platinum in price by greater than $400 an ounce. This happened again in 2001, and then at that time, over the next several years, platinum caught up to palladium. So there's an opportunity with platinum also. Now, you can't overnight start substituting palladium with platinum for catalytic converters. These factories are tooled for palladium, but with this sort of price disparity, there's a good chance you'll start to see over the next few years platinum catching up. For silver, this may be a foreshadow of what happens when you have a critical metal that's where you have a imbalance between supply and demand, and silver may emulate what we see in palladium in the next several years. Gold is a little bit different. It's more of an investment metal than an industrial, but there's also some characteristics about pricing and demand for physical that, again, palladium may be foreshadowing what happens with the other metals in the next several years. And
about catalytic converters, this is an energy efficient product, correct? For a car?
Well, it's all for pollution control. And the beauty of that is there's only about $100, $120 worth of palladium going into each catalytic converter. So, the option that even if palladium doubled from here, and that raised the price of a car another $120, if the option is we're going to go back to polluting like the 1960s versus you're going to pay $120 more, I think we all know what the answer will be. So that gives very strong support to palladium.
Sure, environmental reasons. Now we have safe haven demand when it comes to gold. Is it still smart to have a mix here?
Absolutely. But we always say, you need a balanced portfolio. You don't want to make the mistake of chasing. People see what's happening in palladium, they start chasing the price. Other people have been buying into platinum over the last several years, thinking it was always time for platinum to start cycling in up again. But market timing is difficult. So, we've always advocated having a balanced portfolio across the precious metals. And as you know, we created a product called the PMC Ounce. Each PMC Ounce contains gold, silver, platinum, palladium, where the investor owns it directly. It's in the client's name physically in a vault, and it's logically weighted so that the PMC Ounce provides a better risk-adjusted return versus the metals on their own. And It's been in the market since 2008. It's handily beaten gold and silver since 2008 by over 20 percentage points versus gold and 30 versus silver. And again, you don't have to market time. It does it for you. It's logically weighted and diversified.
It's so exciting to hear how the PMC Ounce is doing after all of these market movers within the products in it. How do we get our hands on the PMC Ounce?
Well, that's great. It's very easy. You can purchase it through Neptune Global, but we're very happy to say, and we've known each other and talked about this over the years, the PMC Ounce is now being distributed through other dealers. So people who are interested in having a position, an actual physical metal in their name, and want this instantly diversified asset, ask your dealer. Ask them is it available through them, and maybe it is, or we can help direct you to a dealer that would help you.
Thank you, Chris. One more question.
Yes.
Outlook for 2019.
Okay, so I think a lot of people also want to talk about gold and silver. We know that it's been trading in a tight range for a period of time now. At some point, whenever you're in a range like this, you're going to break out. Now that breakout could be to the upside or the downside, but the fundamentals are pointing toward that breakout is going to be to the upside. And we know that when you spend an extended period of time in a trading range like this, a breakout is usually a violent move up or down, not just creeping out. So 2019 looks like a year where gold and silver will resume its bull run up. We think palladium still has some legs to it, and there's great promise with platinum over the next several years.
Chris, thanks for giving us more on this story. It's always nice to have an expert on the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Boz.